And it's good morning to the That's Racing viewers. By myself this morning, the gelding can't make it. He's on family duties elsewhere. Racing's at Caulfield today, a 10-race card with the first starting at 12:20 p.m. and the last at 5:40. The feature race, race 7, the Thousand Guineas. Track's rated a good 4, the rail's out 6 metres, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out during the day. The gelding's tips which he gave to me last night. His first selection's in the Thousand Guineas itself. It's a Group 1 for fillies over 1,600 metres, and he likes in this race horse number 2, Aliana, a Waller-trained horse ridden by McDonald, who had great success during the Flemington Spring Carnival. The horse won a Group 3 Carbine Club over 1,600 metres at Flemington 2 weeks ago, so it's in good form at the moment. It's coming out of Barrier 11. It's had 5 starts for 3 wins and no placings. So gelding likes it because it's won over the distance. It's got a great combination of trainer and jockey in Waller and McDonald, and he currently showing $3.40 and $1.65. So perhaps not as short as some of the horses that the geldings backed over the Spring Carnival, but this is the one he thinks can win the Guineas today. His second selection's in the Sir Rupert Clark's Stakes, also a Group 1 for 3-year-old horses and above, over 1,400 metres. In this race, he likes horse number 7, Jimmy Star, trained by Kieran Maher, ridden by Damien Lane. Coming out of Barrier 1, it's had 13 starts for 7 wins and 4 placings. It's a 5-year-old gelding. It's won over the distance. It was second in the Group 2 Linlithgow Stakes at Flemington over 1,400 metres 2 weeks ago. Beaten by Another Will, who it faces again, but gelding believes it'll get the better of Another Will in this race today. So gelding's 2 selections for Caulfield today: race 7, horse 2, Aliana, and race 9, horse 7, Jimmy Star. My selections for today: I'm going a little bit earlier than gelding. In race 3, it's a benchmark 84 for 3-year-old horses and above, over 1,400 metres, and I like in this race a horse that we've been on before, number 11, Sassy Boom, coming out of Barrier 1, 14 starts for 3 wins and 2 placings. So not all that good a record, but I think this is a race tailor-made for it. It's had 21% win rate, a 36% place rate. It's won over the distance. It's won at this track in February in the Group 2 Armanasco Stakes. It beat So Glamorous, that ran in the Group 2 CUNY and the TriStar Stakes. So it can win here. It's got Jamie Carr in the saddle. It's trained by Danny O'Brien, currently showing $4.40 and $1.80, so great each way odds for punters. My second selection's in race 5, a listed race over 1,100 metres. I like in this race horse number 5, Kin, coming out of Barrier 9. 22 starts for 3 wins and 9 placings, so a 14% win rate, 55% place rate. Again, ridden by Jamie Carr, but it's a Blue Army horse, James Cumming, the trainer. It's won at the track and over the same distance in a benchmark 84 in June. It beat Mrs. Chrissy, and that's since been 3rd in the Sir John Monash Stakes and 4th in the Group 3 Bletchingley. So great form there. I think it can take it into this race. Form stacks up. Currently, good H-way odds again, showing $4 and $1.60. So my 2 selections for today's racing: race 3, horse 11, Sassy Boom, and race 5, horse 5, Kin. The Professor's Parlay. Well, did we have a great time over the Flemington Spring Carnival? Over the 4 days, we tipped at a 75% win rate. That's excellent. Currently for the year, 21 times out of 47, so we've got a 45% win rate for the Professor's Parlay over the year to date. As gelding says, he believes anything over 30% is great. So 45% and heading upwards. Hopefully we can get to the 50% win rate before the end of the year. Last week we were on Via Sistina, Kansas City to beat the Broncos and the Chargers to beat the Titans, and that's saluted. Today we're on race 7, horse 2, Aliana. That's the agreed bet of the day for gelding and I, and we'll parlay that into the Detroit Lions to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. I said a few weeks ago, very rare that we would ever tip the Detroit Lions to be part of the parlay, but they're in great form at the moment. They're number 1 in the NFC. They're second in points allowed per game for defence. They're also second in offensive points per game. They allow in only 19 a game. They average 32 when they've been winning, and I think they'll put up a track score against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're 16th in the AFC. They've only won 2 of 10. They're 16th in points allowed per game. The bookies don't like them either. 13.5 points they're giving, so that's better than a touchdown and 2 converted field goals. So currently showing $1.10, so I think that shows what the bookies think. So Detroit Lions to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we'll parlay that into the Miami Dolphins to beat the Las Vegas Raiders. The Dolphins currently 10th in the AFC, but their quarterback, Tuiolova, has returned, and they beat the Rams last week, so that's augurs well for them. Las Vegas Raiders, the Geldings team, 15th in the AFC. They've only won 2 of 9, 14th for defence in average points per game, allowing in 28. You're not going to win too many games in the NFL if you're allowing 28 points per game. Currently showing $1.28. The bookies don't like the Las Vegas Raiders. 7.5 points they're allowing, so in excess of a converted touchdown. So today's Professor's Parlay, we're having the agreed bet of the day, race 7, horse 2 at Flemington, Aliana, into the Detroit Lions to beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, into the Miami Dolphins to beat the Las Vegas Raiders. So hopefully Gelding will be back next week. Pretty hard doing this all by myself, but I think I got through it okay today. Until next Saturday, when I'm back with the Gelding, it's good luck and good punting.